Hi guys, so I wanted to talk about my abilities and a little on how I developed them, how I discovered them, things like that. So, when I was 6 years old, I had an experience outside of an eye clinic, and what happened was I was basically walking to get inside the eye clinic, and in the middle of the journey, I just sort of stopped, and it was like I got a hit of information, and it was all about who I was and the past, the future, the present. It was just a bombardment of information that was quite intense and hard to recall all the details. But what happened was I was able to sort of see things from a much higher perspective. I was looking down on everything, kind of like how you would imagine the perspective of the higher self would be. But it didn't feel like a higher self experience because I've had those lately, and it wasn't one of those. It was more of a really intuitive experience, but I also did see things as well. So, intuitive, psychic. But it was quite an intense experience, and I'd never really thought about it for years until I became. I was 14, and this is when I started to have a much more different view on psychic abilities, because I was having a difficult time at school, didn't really fit in, trying to find my sort of path in life, and nothing much made sense apart from trying to find some sort of mystery or something to understand that was much more difficult for others to understand. So one day I was thinking, well, what is the point in being here? I don't know why I'm on this planet. I don't know who on earth stuck me here, but I'm going to try and find out. And for some reason I just sort of felt intuitively drawn to walk up to a mirror, look at it, focus on me, and then my mind went blank, and I started to have faded, really hard to describe, just images pop in and out. They were really hard to pinpoint what it exactly it was. I didn't focus much enough, and I guess it was because I had an imbalanced third eye back then. I was too much an illusion, too stuck in the past reality, all the programming and crap. But looking back on it, I can understand it much better. But this experience actually brought me to research a lot more about psychic abilities, to find out what exactly happened. In this experience, I actually got shown some of my future, a little of the past, and basically a brief description on what it was I was doing here. So I got what I asked for when I looked in the mirror, to say the least. And it was extremely interesting in the way that it happened. But then, for a couple of years after that, I didn't actively develop psychic abilities. And when I was 16, 17, I started to get much more interested in them all over again. But from the ages of 14 to 16, I was more studying them and doing average type teenage things. So I lost a bit of focus in that sense. But when I got to the age of 16, 17, more 17, I started to develop online and do some meditation and a lot more learning, get more intense about the studies. And I started doing readings as well. And early stages, slowly developing, and over the years I got much better, and I started to notice spirits. So then, I started to open up my mediumship side. Although at first I never really saw, heard, felt spirits. It was all just psychic visions and feelings, that's all. And then now that I'm 20 years old and I've been doing it for around 3-4 years, it's much easier to just simply talk about it, because it's like I'm so used to it now. After years of actually actively developing them, it's much easier. And also, when I discovered my healing ability, it was as if I was more intuitively drawn to actually do what I was doing at the time. It's this technique that I practice. I'll make a video on it sometime. It's quite a complicated technique, and I would say that I've made it up myself, but I didn't really, because I was just drawn to do it. So there's probably thousands, maybe millions of other people who are actually doing it anyways. I don't know, it's possible, but I just sort of done it, and it's not really mine, to say the least, because it's I just did it. So I hope nobody says you're stealing my healing technique. I didn't steal it, I kind of just did it. So yeah, and yeah, that's basically my abilities. Psychic abilities includes psychic feeling, psychic sight, psychic hearing. Mostly I need a lot more work on the other senses, but psychic feelings and visions, that's the best part. That's my best abilities, rather. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't already.